Hello guys, remember me? I'm Orbiter, your Welsh engineer, and today we are going to engineer the return of Deburt. There's no parachutes, we'll get into that. But first off, Deburt has been on his long mission on the Mun, studying anomalies which were left there by some unknown force. And yes, we do not know what there is, but he's been here for 8 days. I'm not sure if he's been at this monument for 8 days, the arch itself, or if he's been there on the entire moon for 8 days. I don't think he's been on the entire moon for 8 days. I think he's been there longer, so I'm going to say he's been studying that arch for 8 days, looking for signs of alien activity, or perhaps designers of a game have left it there. We do not know. Anyway, Deburt is using his expert skills with his EVA suit to get back into his craft, and he's going to take off. He's going to dock with the Mun Surveyor pod outside, what do you call it? Spacecraft and orbiter, I suppose is best term to call it. And then he's going to go home. Yes, indeed. He's going home. So, I forgot the name of the other Kerbal. I think it is Lena or something. But anyway, let's get into comments as we plan our ascent. First off, from Logan Carr, reported for cheating at View Game. X smiley face thingy. Yeah, I put the first comment on there before anyone had the chance of commenting. I put first on my... Yes, I was the first comment. Which I should have read that at first, shouldn't I? Yeah, never mind. Anyway, as we're targeting our spacecraft and fast forwarding time to get the best ascent, best time to go and launch into a low orbit just as soon as the spacecraft comes overhead. That way you can go into a lower orbit and you can catch up. But perhaps in this case, I should have left a bit more time before we get into our intercept burn into an orbit, so it takes a bit longer. Yeah, it doesn't waste fuel. You could go for exact intercept, but that's quite hard, and it's difficult for me. I don't know how to do that. But anyway, let's get to another comment as we're taking off. I'm taking off at an angle, trying to get that intercept angle. Well, no, not the intercept. Trying to align the ascending node or descending nodes. And the idea was I'd get those descending node close as possible, and then we can change the angle of the orbit there and then on the apoapsis. But anyway, as I'm doing the maneuver node, let's get back to the comments. From Elemental Beast. Thank you so much, Orbiter. You helped me with so much stuff in the game. Oh, that's excellent. And I have to say that even though I show you how to do things, you guys have to take the credit for what you do. Yes, you could learn somewhere else, like NASA, I suppose. You could go to NASA for several years and learn how to do things and then go back to the game. Yeah, I know it's a bit extreme, but there you go. So give yourselves some credit. From Wilkins Young? He spelled Young with an E. I'm sure that's right. But anyway, can you make another base on another planet, like a hotel for Kerbal? I plan to. First things first though, we have to finish that asteroid base. And I also want to add a bit of a thing to the ring station. Yeah, it's going to be a bit mad, so I don't know yet. But that is a good idea. So let me know, should we build a hotel on another planet, another base? We got the Mun bases running. I can say they're complete because they're mining, they're producing ore and producing fuel. From Blue Mage 6, 5th comment, 47th viewer. Yes, well done. Early in the race. And we'll go to one comment as we're getting into orbit here. And if you look at the top there where it says apoapsis height 48 kilometers, periapsis 1.2 kilometers. If I leave that at that, we're going to impact the surface of the Mun. That is not what we want. So let's go into one comment and then we can do the intercept burn. Okay, from Alex Kjar Kiddle. Sorry if I butchered your name, but I'm terrible at them. Anyway, could you make a short video on how to dock on an asteroid? I'm not using mods or anything. Also, thanks for the awesome videos. No problem. I give him a link to asteroid tutorial, and I don't know if he's watched it or what, but he says thanks. I've actually tried out yesterday and had to use infinite fuel. That's fair enough. You have to experiment. Say you're doing a simulation before you're doing the full run. That's fair enough. I can accept that. And yeah, so he's got himself a small asteroid. That's good, because docking onto a large or small asteroid is basically the same, using the same fuel. It's just when you're moving that asteroid, huge ass asteroid, that's when the problems come. And that's what NASA are going to do. They're going to go for a small asteroid before they go for a large one. That makes sense. Makes absolute huge sense, because if you get something huge and you can't move it, then you're going to run into a lot of problems. First off, before you learn how to grab a little tiny pebble first. Okay, so where are we at in the video? Yes, I've got my intercept of 0.4 kilometers. That's awesome. I didn't really plan that properly, but we had to do it quite quick if you look at the where the maneuver node is. So yeah, I just slightly poor planning on my side, but never underestimate poor planning, because sometimes poor planning works out beautifully and awesomely, like an engineer. Anyway, as we're fast forwarding time, let's go to one more comment. And notice the amount of fuel we have left as I'm reading this. Okay, another name I can't pronounce. Aljaz Zadragzink. Sorry if I butchered your name. Hello again. You did a very good... Oh, Kurt, no. You did a very good job of pronouncing my name in the last video, I assume. So I hope I did the same this time. I didn't look back at my old video. What will you do next in KSP after this series? Well, hopefully 1.1 will be out and we'll be able to build larger craft, which without any problems. But I am wondering whether we explore career mode, or should we just go with, I don't know. I was thinking of doing fun little experiments. I want to change the channel a bit. I'm not sure, I might come to doing a long series again, because I can't transfer this save over to 1.1. So we're no problems at the moment until 1.1 comes out. I may do a sort of like last episode of this in version 1.0.5 to sort of like finish her off. This is what we've done. We destroy everything, or we bring all the Kerbals home from the Mun base and everywhere else. Bring them home, because new things are right. We have to do new missions or something. I don't know. You guys leave comments for, I don't know, ideas. But in the meantime, we'll be continuing the series. I'll still do short videos. I've started Subnautica. I've got a few other games I want to try. They're not going to be ongoing series. They're just going to be one-offs. And I don't know, we'll see what happens. It's, a trial and error with YouTube, as I'm still doing. Still learning. I like an engineer does. Okay, as we're targeting the other spacecraft with this spacecraft, if you look, we still got that glitch in the game where the covering between the coupler and the heat shield has disappeared. I've no idea. I thought it was supposed to be fixed, perhaps because I transferred the save from an old save from 1.0.2, I believe, which started this series, and we brought it on to 1.0.5. Come on, I mixed my numbers up. So what are we going to do? Yes, read a comment from T Monkey Wins, and the monkey does win. How did you grab this SRB module and put it back into your inventory after detaching it? I can never do that for some reason. It just ragdolls. I assume it means the Kerbal. Yeah, the Kerbal attachment system has a weird thing in it where when you're grabbing parts or attaching parts, the Kerbal ragdolls. And also the RCS pack gets used for some reason to rotate the Kerbal when you're attaching or grabbing parts. Anyway, to answer his question, you hover the mouse over the part, make sure your Kerbal is close to it, hold down G, use the left mouse button or whichever mouse button you've got using, I don't know which hands you're using, and then drag the part into the Kerbal's inventory. Make sure that's open, by the way. And hey presto, you've grabbed that part. Awesome stuff. I think he got it and said, thanks mate, no problem. Okay, as we're lining up for docking, opening the docking fairing, and Deburt is going to angle the spacecraft towards the orbiter. And when the pilot is leaner, heads towards the lander, she is going to dock the two spacecraft, as she has the RCS fuel. I don't know, did I forget to put RCS fuel on the lander? I believe I did, which was a mistake because you need the fuel to orientate. You need it to dock, basically. You can't just rely on the main engine, and we also ran out of fuel trying to get to here, which was a blessing that we had this thing that we could have used anyway to get to alter its orbit to rendezvous with the lander. So, yes, awesome stuff. I engineered that right, didn't I? Okay, from Jarbahad Sarberhagen. I hope I said that right.
Dear God, Orbiter, this station is getting out of hand. Almost there, though. Almost there.
Yes, that asteroid station, I added a few more modules, which will be in the next video, so do not fret. I almost got one arm round to the other side of the station. There's one module I have to attach, which I forgot to put up there. My mistake. But we're almost there. However, what I wanted to say was it's dropping down to 3 frames per second. Bloody hell, how do you play a game like that? You play it really slowly. Yes, you got me. I even gone to my backup plan on using MechJeb for some of the docking, so yeah. Go figure. Anyway, we have docked. Deburt and Isliner are ready to return to Kerbin. Safe and sound, hopefully. Oh, we'll find out. Okay, so as we're transferring Deburt to the capsule so we can enter the atmosphere safe, from KSB Bros. How did you attach the strut to the asteroid? I used the CAS and KISS mods, and they're awesome mods. If you do not have them, I suggest you do get them. I'm not sure what it's going to be like when version 1.1 comes out. It's going to be a bit time before the modders can update it. Although I assume some of the modders, I'm not entirely sure, have the option of using the tool that the KSPers, the creators, the KSP creators, whatever they're called, developers, that's them, that's the word. They are going to use, they can have the chance to use this tool, which will convert their files to be compatible with version 1.1, but it's not universal. You have to code something in or something. I don't know. I'm not a programmer, I'm an engineer. But yeah, if you want to attach struts, use the KISS and CAS mods. The CAS is the Kerbal attachment system, allows you to Kerbal to attach things to other things or take things apart. Kerbal inventory system gives the Kerbal an inventory and also adds containers, so you can put the parts in containers rather than have to attach and detach from singular places. Both mods work together, but you need Kerbal attachment system to use Kerbal inventory system. Okay, so let's get back to the video because I think we're preparing to do a burn. If I remember rightly at this point, I was unable to create a maneuver node. For some reason, I don't know if there's a bug or could have been the mods, so I've decided to do it by eye. Yes, I have not done this in quite a while. Now, I do remember which place you have to be in orbit around the moon to get return. You have to be on the side of the moon which they're traveling. However, and I know I ballooned roughly in the right place, I didn't get any patch conics, which would show me the orbit around Kerbin after we escaped the moon. So after pondering this, I did save it because I couldn't make my own node. I done a quick save, quick thinking on my part. So we'd load the save up, the quick save up. Hey presto, and watch this. Yes, I can make maneuver nodes. That's hopefully means that we can see the effects of, yeah, look, see, we got the patch conics back. Awesome stuff. So with that out of the way, from the DJE, and he says, I was going to translate this into Welsh so I could read it out properly. He says, I videos, gorau. I'm terrible speaking Welsh when I'm Welsh. That's bad. That's totally bad. But blame the English. They banned Welsh. Well, don't blame the English. It was an overlord in Yonk's-go time. So he says, I hope you speak Welsh because then you won't be able to read this. I hope you can't speak Welsh. I had got, well, I replied that I got YouTube translator, and it says, your videos are the best. So thank you, dude, even if it's in Welsh. Yes, we're in the posh side of Wales, the south side. Okay, not really. All of Wales is cool. Awesome landscape as well, you know, especially if you go to the beaches. Okay, we're doing our burn. So, yeah, this is going well. Oh, we overburned a bit. If you look, we got no periapsis on the orbit of Kerbin. So we're going to have to change that. Yes, slight burns, you have to be a bit careful. So let's point ourselves retrograde. Do slow, slight burning until we get the periapsis. I think I plan to enter the atmosphere at 21 kilometers, because I've noticed before, even with a heat shield, you travel below, say, like 20 kilometers. The thicker atmosphere causes the heating to rise faster, and then your heat shield heats faster than it can ablate or something, and then destroys the craft. So yeah, so you have to watch out for that. So stay above, say, 25 kilometers. That worked for me. So there you go, another tip on the Orbiter channel. Okay, from Mike Shore. Hi Orbiter, still enjoying the series. It's nice to know even the SP pros have little mishaps. Lol, I'm not a pro. Don't call me a pro. That means people expect much of me. But I'm good at this game. I engineer this game. Was hoping I could ask you a favour. I'm having a real headache using KISS to attach struts while I'm already in orbit to my Hermes craft that he uses for the to simulate the Martian. Please, 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 could you tell me exactly how to do it, or at least point me in the right direction to one of your fab videos. So I replied to him, and he says his worked a treat. Basically, with a Kerbal attachment system, you have to use the keys, use your fingers, and once you've got the part, once you drag it out to inventory, hold down X, make sure Kerbal is close enough to wherever he's going to attach to, and then click mouse button. And he should attach it. Oh yeah, also make sure you have a tool equipped, like a screwdriver or a, what do you call it? A wrench, that's it. You've got a screwdriver, electric screwdriver, and a wrench for the Kerbals to use. So you use one of them, you have to right click on that, equip it, and make sure it's in the inventory of the Kerbal, and then use the X key to attach any other part. And it works a treat. Took me ages to work that out, mind. It wasn't quite intuitive the first time you try it. From Nervsel Greater. Great. You should make a going to Lathe video if you haven't already. Yes, that's one thing I have not done. Well, actually, I have gone to Lathe. I've entered the atmosphere, but it wasn't a return trip. There was, it wasn't anything particular. It was just, I can get to Lathe. Yes, awesome. So I have to do that. Perhaps when version 1.1's come out, or perhaps I'm going to do the hotel on Lathe. Let me know in the comments below, or perhaps I'll do a poll before, and I'll do a poll about Lathe now, and a poll on what we're going to do next. Anyway, we have to get back to the video because we're entering the atmosphere. This is the dangerous part. You may notice something wrong with this capsule. Pointer out now. Okay, so this is the dangerous part. A couple of things could happen here. One, the aerodynamics. We could skip out of the atmosphere and head off back into planetary space. Or back out into high Kerbin orbit or something. It's not 100% true, and a couple of things you can do. You can skip in the atmosphere, but when you hit the atmosphere, you slow down. So the orbit... Oh, and look at those explosions. That's awesome stuff. Yes, that's cool. But if you skip, you're going to hit the atmosphere. That's going to slow you down, so your orbit will be a bit lower, and you should return, basically. But now, can you see what's wrong with this? We've got a docking port on top of it, yes. What should be there? Or what should we have around this capsule? Yes, you guessed it. We need parachutes. If you didn't guess from the beginning of the video title. Yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is try to work out something to do. Because there's no way you can survive without parachute landing, is there, with these capsules? I've tried it before. If only we had SRBs, which we could fire off at the last minute to try to do a suicide burn to safely land us in the ocean, which looks like it's going to be. Okay, we're coming to the ocean. That gives me an idea. We could eject the Kerbals. Now they haven't got individual parachutes as it is, so it is something we're going to have to work out as they're flying down towards the planet's surface. But we can't do it at the moment. We can't do it at the speeds. Oh no, why didn't I think of this when I was building it? All we needed was parachutes, we'd come down safely. Anyway, here we go. So we're going to wait until we come out with subsonic speed. We're going to wait till we're a bit slower. I'm not sure if the Kerbals will drop fast in the pod, if the aerodynamics of the Kerbal will slow. His terminal velocity, that's it. That's the word. His terminal velocity. And yeah, you can hear me. He's desperately hitting the staging key. Come on, we need a parachute. We need a parachute. But Islena says, do not panic, Deburt. Eject. Go on EVA. Do it now. You know, but we'll die. We'll die. No. Do it, Deburt. No, or we will both die. So here he goes. He ejects. So does Islena. Let go of the ladder. Engage your SES pack, Deburt. Quickly, quickly. We seem to be falling slower. We hit the water. Quick to Deburt. Deburt looks a bit faster. Let's use the pack. Slow ourselves down. Whoa. Haha, we did it. He's ragdolled. He's knocked out. The splash has knocked him out. Islena is fine. But Deburt couldn't handle it because Islena is a pilot. So she's trained. She's mature. But Deburt comes round. Awesome stuff. Come on, over here, Deburt. Quickly. We'll use this invisible life raft to save ourselves until the Kerbal rescue team comes and saves us with the infamous recovery button. Yes. Okay, so that's awesome. EVA in your Kerbals at the last minute over the ocean works. Awesome stuff. I can't believe it did work. I thought they'd die. But no, they get a little knocked out. It would be cool if they had a sinking animation, but I suppose these spacesuits are made to float. They're full of air, of course. So guys, this is almost the end of the episode, but I'm going to read one last comment from Man's Guardstorm. Sorry. When could you do a tutorial, do you think? Oh yes, now I remember. I think he was on about doing a tutorial for, if I remember, not Rendezvous. Not Station. I can't remember now. Oh, it's lost my head. I did tell him though, first I'm going to do a flipping rocket tutorial. But your tutorial I will do next time, do not worry. I think it was building a base on the moon, that's it. So we'll get onto that. Anyway, engineer that like button. Test that like button like engineer. I got it wrong, sorry. All sort of stuff. And all I can say by here is, if it comes up, is I'm Orbator. Trust me, I'm an engineer.